If the question in your heart has been, where is the Garden of Eden? You are not alone. What if I told you that the long search for the location of the Garden of Eden has finally come to an end? With this discovery, it is clear that the rapture and the end of times is imminent. According to Bible stories, we know that the human race began its journey in the Garden of Eden. Every form of Abrahamic religion attests to this fact. The Genesis story begins in a garden planted by God in Eden, also called the Garden of God or Paradise. This garden symbolized the plan of God for man, which was a life of pleasure. According to the book of Genesis, there was a tree of the knowledge of good and evil, as well as the tree of life in the midst of the garden. God instructed them to eat the fruit of every other tree in the garden except for two trees mentioned before. Genesis 2:15 through 17. And the Lord God took the man and put him into the Garden of Eden to dress it and to keep it. And the Lord God commanded the man, saying, Of every tree of the garden thou mightest freely eat. But of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil thou shalt not eat of it. For in the day that thou eatest thereof thou shalt surely die. Adam and his wife disobeyed the instruction and ate of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. The result was that they got sent out of the garden and denied access to it, this hiding the tree of life from mankind forever. Even though Adam and his wife Eve were eventually driven out of the garden, scholars and scientists have not stopped searching for the location of this garden that seems to hold the key to life, health, rejuvenation, wealth, tranquility, and pleasure. Not only did God drive Adam and Eve out of the garden, but he put an angel with a flaming sword to secure access to the garden from man throughout the years. And so, the location of Eden has been hidden until now. Over the years, many have wondered where the Garden of Eden is, its significance to human existence, and the end of the age. Will the discovery of Eden herald the close of this age? Will mankind finally have access to the tree of life? To fully grasp the Eden origin stories, you would have to put on your explorer hat and go back to the very beginning. The earliest record of the Garden of Eden is in the book of Genesis 2:10 through 14. It describes the location of the Garden of Eden as the source of four rivers: Pison, Gihon, Hiddekel or the Tigris, and Euphrates. It reads, And a river went out of Eden to water the garden, and from thence it was parted, and became into four heads. The name of the first is Pison, that it is which compasseth the whole land of Havilah, where there is gold. And the gold of that land is good. There is bdellium and the onyx stone. And the name of the second river is Gihon, the same that is that compasseth the whole land of Ethiopia. And the name of the third river is Hiddekel, that is it which goeth towards the east of Assyria. And the fourth river is Euphrates. One would think it will be easy to pinpoint the exact location of Eden, given the significant information about the tributaries that flow out of it. But this is not the case because the majority of the geographical clues given in Genesis are either non-existent today or totally untraceable due to the flood of Noah. So where is the location of Eden? American-Latvian archaeologist and professor at Missouri State University, Juris Zarins, believes Eden is located at the Persian Gulf. Others suggested it is in the southern Mesopotamia, the area now called Iraq, where the Tigris and Euphrates River flow into the sea, and others argue it is in the Armenian highlands. Similarly, British archaeologist David Roll insists that the Garden of Eden is located in Iran and in the vicinity of Tabriz. However, his assertions have not caught on with scholarly sources. Meanwhile, in a recent article published on the 28th of October, 2019, titled, Scientists Discover Garden of Eden Where Humans Originated 200,000 Years Ago, DNA analysis has identified a place in the southern parts of Africa, specifically Botswana, as the original location of Eden and the cradle of mankind. With scientific confirmation of this location, the beginning of the end is now counting down. So, what is the significance of this discovery? In the book of Revelation, the clear significance of the Garden of Eden to the rapture is emphasized by the tree of life. The reason the Garden of Eden was hidden from man is to protect the way to the tree of life. Knowing that the greatest search of mankind today is the search for the source of life, you can begin to understand the importance of the discovery of Eden to the rapture. Genesis 3:22 through 24. And the Lord God said, Behold, the man is become as one of us, to know good and evil. And now, lest he put forth his hand, and also take of the tree of life, and eat, and live forever. Therefore the Lord God sent him forth from the Garden of Eden, to till the ground from whence he was taken. So he drove out the man, and he placed at the east of the Garden of Eden cherubims, and a flaming sword which turned every way, to keep the way of the tree of life. According to the Bible, when this age is passed away, there will be a new heaven and a new earth. Revelation 21:1 through 3. And I saw a new heaven and a new earth, for the first heaven and the first earth were passed away, and there was no more sea. And I, John, saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down from God out of heaven, prepared as a bride adorned for her husband. And I heard a great voice out of the heaven saying, Behold, the tabernacle of God is with men, and he will dwell with them, and they shall be his people, and God himself shall be with them, and be their God. In this new world, Jesus promised the fruit of the tree of life to those who overcome. Revelations 2:7. He that hath an ear, let him hear what the Spirit saith unto the churches. To him that overcometh will I give to eat the tree of life, which is in the midst of the paradise of God. Revelations 22:1 through 2. And he shewed me a pure river of water of life, clear as crystal, proceeding out of the throne of God and of the Lamb. Amid the street of it, and on either side of the river, there was the tree of life, which bare 2 manners of fruits, and yielded her fruit every month. And the leaves of the tree were for the healing of the nations. But first, a major prophecy of the end times must be fulfilled, which is that the Euphrates and Tigris rivers must dry up. The horrifying news is that the Euphrates and Tigris rivers are drying up as you watch this video now. Several ancient ruins and caves are revealed in the drying up of the Euphrates River. Some scholars can't help but emphasize the point that the drying riverbed is a fulfillment of the Bible's end-time prophecies. Are we seeing the end of times unfolding in our very eyes? With the drying up of the Euphrates and the Tigris rivers as prophesied by the scriptures in the book of Revelations, experts say this is a sign of the end of times. According to the prophecy of the 7 bowls judgment found in Revelation 6:1 through 17 and Revelations 8:1 through 5, the 6 bowl judgments which precede the rapture is the drying up of the Euphrates River. Revelations 16:12. The 6th angel poured out his bowl on the great river Euphrates, and its water was dried up to prepare the way for the kings from the east. The scary part of the story is that the Euphrates and the Tigris are now drying up as you watch this video, and the prophecies of old are being fulfilled right before our eyes. Whether or not you are a Christian or Bible scholar, you can certainly relate with the facts of the matter. There is no denying the fact that what is playing out before our very eyes was foretold thousands of years before the invention of the internet. The discovery of the location of the Garden of Eden is a pointer to something far greater than the thrill of archaeological discovery. In times like these, one can't help but ask, is this the beginning of the end? And with that, we will bring this video to an end. But just before we go, tell us what you think. Can we find the location of the Garden of Eden on Earth today? Do you think the rapture is imminent? Leave your answers in the comments below. If you are new to this channel, then make sure you subscribe to see more videos like this one. Also remember to like this video to encourage us to make amazing content like this. See you in the next video.